This video is made for an adult audience. Hey brick fans, welcome back to the Brick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked. I'm Jacob and today it's time to do the last final tweaks to the newest building in my Lego city. Yes, it is true. Today I'm going to do some of the last detailing on that building which I have been working on for at least a couple of weeks, or at least a couple of videos. I've been looking very much forward to this because I've gotten a lot of great suggestions from you, dear viewers, and I'm going to implement some of them today. But let's head over to Bakersville and see what this project is going to be all about. Welcome back to Bakersville once again, everybody. I am happy that you are here. Of course, today I'm doing work on this building, hopefully for the last time. I am very satisfied with the look, but I think there's a lot of details that still need some tending to. Besides some great suggestions for some details on different places of this building, I've also had a suggestion that I might want to move it somewhere else so it won't be as close to this green building over here. I've got to admit that at first I thought these two colors went very well together, but thinking about it, I can see the point. They are actually very similar, so they sort of blend more than they distinguish themselves from each other. What I think would be good is to have a yellow building in between these two, but that means I've got to move this building to another base plate, and that's not gonna be today. Today I will be working on details and some finishing touches on the front and facades of this building. This is the building as it looks right now. I'm very satisfied with the overall look, but I do agree there could be a lot more details and such on this, and you folks gave great suggestions on my last video. If you want to know who suggested what exactly, please go to that video and check out the comment section and you'll find all the information you need right there. But without further ado, let's get to modifying this building. One of the first things I'm going to do today is add detail to this white area up here, and also see if I can add some kind of details on these surfaces here, because it is a little one-dimensional, even though there is some depth to the windows because of these indented windows like this. I hope I can come up with something, maybe changing some of these white 1x1x5 pieces with some smaller, maybe some snot bricks or something, just to have an opportunity to add details. But I really need a lot of those snot bricks and other bricks as well if I want to do that. I don't think I'll be adding details here because this is sort of a side of the build, and usually all the details are in the front, so I think that makes sense to just add the details here on front. But I think I'll start out with the top here and add some details up here, and we'll see how that goes. Alright, so the suggestion from one of my viewers was that I use these 1x2 modified plates to add some details up here, which I like that idea. I think that'll look really good. But the problem is, steady viewers of my channel will know that I am all for using bricks I already have, so I don't have to go to Bricklink or anything like that. And I don't have enough of these to actually do 2 floors. So I need to find alternates which can help me with this. So I think I'll create an alternated pattern using these, which are very similar to these and have the same height. I think this could create a very interesting pattern all the way along the facades here. And I also have these, which are also modified 1x2s, which might serve a purpose in this. But for now, I will be working with these two here, which are pretty cool in themselves. So on we go. There we go. here we have a row of these modified 1x2s, and I think it turned out pretty good with this alternating pattern. Or maybe it turned out better here, over here, than it did here. I think this looks a little more symmetric than this, so maybe I should change this to be a little more symmetric, even though it would actually break up what's actually going on. But this looked very symmetric, and I think we can make this look a little more symmetric, which would be nice. So I think I'm gonna make that. I definitely think it works better with the symmetry here and here. So now I just need to do this on the other floor as well, so they are similar. So here we go. I have now installed this detailing here, and I've got to say that I like it. If we put the two floors on top of each other just to get a look, details, 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 and details. And I think this looks really good. It adds a nice little sort of change, a nice little break in what's going on here. Now, you may be wondering, how on earth is he going to add details here now? Because there's not going to be much room to add anything when you have already locked everything in with this up here. That would mean I would have to take everything off again and put it in here. But I am thinking that these can come off, and that actually reveals some studs, which might, you know, maybe I can do something to this effect, which might look good. The only problem there is that I do not have all those, or enough of these. But something like this might be a good idea, and I'll work a bit with that and we'll see what can come together. So this was one idea I had, using these golden fence pieces here. And while I do like the color combination, I think they might be a bit too bulky for what's really going on here. So I think I can't really use those. I'd love to use these smaller fence pieces, these, in some way, but the thing is, I don't have enough of those because I've used a lot of them for different projects in my city. I have a lot of fencing going on using these pieces, so that's not going to work either. Then I was briefly considering making something on my own, something like this, which might look good, but it's gonna be a bit hard to finish. Maybe some cheese slopes or something, and then put these back like this. I don't know. This is going to be a lot trickier than I thought it would. But on we go with the job. So I've actually come up with these, which I think look quite good and a lot more interesting than what was there previously. Previously there was only these, which are kind of tame in comparison. So this looks a lot better, but now I have a problem, and that is that this protrudes much too far for me to actually be able to put in a 1x4 plate right there. There's no room for it. So maybe I do sort of a semi version using a 1x3 plate instead, and sort of do half a thing. Maybe that'll look fine because the part that's not whole is actually hidden. We'll see. Yeah, here we go. I don't think this looks too silly. It could be better, that's for sure, but for what it is, I think it looks okay. Could be better, that's for sure, but we'll need to come up with a detail for this one as well. So here we go. This looks much better than what was there originally, I think. So now it has a nice level of detail, and all I've got to do now is make the same details on the other floor. And that's going to be exciting because I'm not sure I have all the pieces I need. But if I don't, we'll have to see what can be done. I had just enough of the small cheese slopes to finish off this look. I think this turned out pretty good. Now, I don't know, maybe I need to continue this detail here somehow, but for now I think it's a good idea to just have it on the facades, not to make everything too busy. But I can see that maybe it does look a little weird that it's not here as well, but on the other hand, it's going to be pretty difficult to actually match something with this in a meaningful way. So I think I'll leave it like this for now, and what I need to detail now is the roof, and that's going to be a thing all in its own. So here is the roof I designed last time. It is a little raw with all these studs showing. I do like the color combination. The white, the dark gray, light gray and the gold go very well together. And I was thinking last time that maybe I add some tiles to finish everything off. But since then I have thought about that even more. And I think maybe adding some curved slopes might be a good idea to make a nice clean finish for this. So using some of these, for instance, out here, and then of course adding plates and tiles so it'll have a nice finish. I think that would look great, to be honest. So I think I'm gonna work a bit with this and see where we end up. Here we go. This is definitely some of the right stuff, I think. This adds a very nice sort of finish to this, and it goes very well with this line of golden or pearly gold studs. So now just making some kind of finish in here, maybe inspired a bit by the Parisian restaurant in some fashion, would be good. So yeah, let's see how I can do this in a nice way. So this is a little design I came up with. Maybe it's a little too exaggerated, maybe it's a little too tall, but I think I'll try this and we'll see how it looks once it's on the actual building. I'll copy this over here so we have two of them, and we'll see how that looks once it's on the building. So here we go. This is the roof finished, I think. So now we just need to know how it looks once it's on top of the building. This is definitely working a lot better than I would have thought. And I must say that I am pretty satisfied with this at this point. It's begun to look a lot more like a sort of, you know, luxury hotel or something like that, but that doesn't really matter, does it? I haven't done anything to the interior yet. I will come around to that at some point, but that won't be now, I think. I think what I need to do now is put it on top of its bottom and we'll have to see how it looks when it is fully completed. There we go. This is the result of today's hard work with detailing this building. I am very happy for all the suggestions I've got. And yeah, I think this turned out really good. I like all the details and I really think this livened up the build a whole lot. So yeah, now at some point in time I will have to add an interior, that's for sure. But for now, this is where I'm going to stop today. I just have to put this back into the city and we'll see how it looks over there. Here we go. I'll add back in this building. I have actually been thinking what I should name it. I was briefly considering the name Teal Towers because of the color, which I have aptly called Azure, but I do believe it's actually teal. But if you have another suggestion for a good name for this building, I'd love to hear it. Here we go. Here the building is back in the city and I do think this looks pretty good. I do like these details up here. They really add some exclusivity to this build. And I also had some problem putting this back in. I do seem to have knocked off a small part of the Parisian restaurant's chimney up here. But other than that, I think everything has turned out great. Here we go. This is how it looks from this angle. I do like how this combines with the Parisian restaurant, but eventually the Parisian restaurant will have to leave my city. I want full custom buildings all over the place in my city, so eventually I'll take out the Parisian restaurant, but for now I think these two look pretty good together. Unfortunately, it is a bit difficult to film all the details, and actually it's difficult to film the entire building once it is placed in the city, but you'll just have to trust me, this looks good. I'll go back to me and I'll say thank you for watching. Today I added some details to the newest building in my Lego city and I really enjoyed it because I got some great suggestions from you folks out there. You usually have very, very good suggestions and this time was no different. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much for all your great input. If you have any other inputs or any kind of suggestions at all, please put them in the comments below and I'll be happy to hear them. Next time, I think I'll start work on a new building. But that's all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next Monday.